You're listening to Stories to Create with your host, Cornell Bunting. Author, motivational speaker, and founder of ES Each Episode. Cornell sits down with inspiring voices to uncover the stories that shape who we are and who we're becoming. Get ready to listen, learn, and be inspired. The show starts now.
Yes. Welcome to another episode of Stories to Create podcast right here at ES Club. I'm your host, Cornell Bunting. I am excited to bring you the wonderful guests we have on the show today. I know I told you guys a little bit back that she would be here. We didn't give you the specific date, but hey, we're here now. So listen, I am so excited. This guest is a distinguished and award-winning business owner who has made significant impact on the communities in Naples, and I'm sure, so we're just going to say Southwest Florida, because, you know, this is the space we're in right now. Over 30 years of experience as CEO and founder of Reliable Permitting and BSS, and she's going to talk about that. You know, we won't give you the whole thing because, of course, you guys going to hear a little bit about who she is, her journey, what that looked like as we run through the show today and we take you guys on this wonderful journey. So listen, without further ado, help me welcome Miss Shalonda Washington.
Hey,
welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Listen, you got so much energy. Like when I look at some of the stuff that you're doing and how you're empowering the women out here, the youths, even the business that you have where you do permitting. It is so dope.
Wow.
The queen of permitting. I think that's a nickname I saw somewhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I didn't give myself that name.
Wow.
You know, I just know that when you have been purposed and called to something,
yes,
you don't have to chase other things, right?
Come on. Yes.
And that name was given to me by the people that I was serving.
Right. Amazing.
Yeah.
So, you know, one of the things we do on the show is we treat our guests to a tale. So I want you to take our listeners back to the early years. Where was Shalonda born? Where'd you grow up?
Oh, I was born in Naples, Florida.
Okay.
At Naples Community Hospital.
Okay.
I grew up in River Park.
Okay.
Which was the projects of Naples. You know, everybody say they you know, Naples is always known as the wealth and all of that.
Yes.
But no, there was a projects and it was very impoverished. Everyone in there had the same financial status.
Right.
And to be surrounded by wealth, but then never see the wealth or know and was caged by what I saw. Right. It was drug infested.
Yeah.
The drug game was really big back then. And so, yeah, Naples, Florida. That's all I know. I haven't been anywhere else.
That is amazing. That's a lovely local. This is so beautiful.
Yes.
Wow. What was school like? You know, being as you're living in the project at the time, how'd you adjust to kind of just, you know, keep a good face or a sane face when you go to schools?
Well, first of all, we walked from the River Park all the way down Goodlet Road.
Okay.
You know, when it came time to elementary school, because Lake Park Elementary is right by the mall.
Right.
So we had to walk from there all the way down to the mall. Wow. And walking, all we had was just highway.
Yeah.
So we really didn't see, because then there was all the, you know, the manicured lot. So you didn't see the homes behind that. So all you saw was just highway.
Right.
So for me, it was, you know, it was a dark time. It was like, only thing I can explain it as a tunnel.
Wow.
There was nothing that was exposed to me that would give me light or make me dream.
Yeah. Wow.
There was no dreaming.
Wow. So you had to be chosen.
Come on. That's why I walked in here like I belong here.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
I don't even know why I'm here, how I got here. Lord, I don't know nothing about this, but you sent me here.
Yes.
And so, but I had to grow to that place too.
Yes, you had to. I know a lot of work had to be put in. And So with that, how was family life? How was that like with your parents?
Well, I was not raised with my parents. Ooh. My grandmother had to take me from my mom at 3 months.
Wow.
My mom was being arrested, and my granny got called, and she took me at that point and never gave me back.
Okay.
My mom was serving multiple prison sentences.
Okay.
And so it was my grandmother who raised me.
Okay.
In the projects.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Grandma. Thank you for doing that.
Yes.
She's still around?
No, I just lost her last year in January.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, how's Mom? Is Mom trying to come back?
My mother passed away at age 54, and I'm now 52 myself.
Wow.
So, the rough life and the things and the way she lived. Yeah. But one thing I've been blessed to see, though, is that she was chosen.
Yeah.
But she didn't enter the promised land.
Right.
And everything she possessed, I now have it.
You got it.
I picked up the mantle.
Yeah.
Now, it took me some time to realize all of this, because before it was like, but it was revealed to me on her deathbed.
Oh, okay.
Because my mom, I ended up having to get my baby brother when he was going into 5th grade, because my stepdad, who my mom was married to in Georgia, he passed away. So then that caused my mom to relapse, because she did have a period of time when she did remain clean for maybe 10 years.
Right.
But then that threw her over.
Right.
So then I had to get my baby brother.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But with that, I was able to get her to Florida, because in my mind, all those years, I felt like I just need to make a lot of money. I just need to do well, and then I can help everybody,
Yeah.
But when it came time for her to leave here, and the hospital called me, and I went and got her, and then they said she needed to go to hospice.
Right.
She did pass away with full-blown AIDS, hepatitis. So the life of drugs, is still there, and the consequences of that. But when she was leaving here, the people that came in there to see, and my mom had only been back to Florida for maybe a year.
Right.
And the lives she had impacted. I saw women come in there that my mom impacted them in prison.
Come on. Wow.
And that's when I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And they're pastors now.
Wow. Awesome.
And they were crying, and they were Hispanic. They were Oriental. There was Black people coming in, Haitian, and they were crying, saying how much she had.
Wow.
And I never saw it.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Man, I got to say, because sometimes, and I see it, and, sometimes we try not to touch too heavy on the spiritual world or, God and stuff for people that won't fully understand what that look like.
Right.
Because, they say you can't feed baby hard food, right?
Right.
But, it's one of those things where it's almost like sometimes you get chosen, but it's like the devil finds a way to present you with the stuff that the flesh craves. And then the flesh grabs that, and then it just holds them. And seemed like that was what really happened to Mom. But
that's the thing, and that's what helped me to understand that she was fighting her own demons.
Yes.
Right? Because my mom was a singer. People in Fort Myers know my mom. My grandmother first moved to Fort Myers. She lived on Dora Street, and her name was Dora.
Wow.
So my mom, as a young age, was a singer. Like, she was an entertainer. I would say Whitney Houston, who? When my mother, at her funeral, I played a drop-down screen. She sang at her own funeral.
That's amazing.
So, it's not to say, but how I tell my story is the fact on the turn of, it was a strategy so that we would not fulfill, or she would not fulfill that. And then there were some decisions I had to make.
Right. Yeah.
She might not have fulfilled it, but I will.
Yes. I love that. I love that. Now, because of a lot of what was unfolding, even back then, and a lot of people are curious on those stories right now. And I said, listen, guys, I'm going to try to tell it in a unique way where we have different guests, just touch on their little side of what that looked like. When the tracks was happening and the situations with all that, what kind of impact was that? Was you seeing any of that, or was you dealing with any of that type of stuff?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I've watched, I mean, even though my grandmother raised me, my mom still lived in the projects. So it would be like early in the morning, I would get up because I know she's walking the streets.
Right.
And she's, been high all night. And so to see that, it broke my heart.
Right.
But my granny was very protective because she knew it wasn't good for me.
Right.
So there's times where there's this one moment where I saw my mom early one morning and my granny was sending me somewhere to go because everything was in the projects. Like you had all your little house stores, everything. So we didn't even go outside of that. It's crazy to be in Naples and that's why I do what I do with the young people in Immokalee because it's like, yeah, you're here, but there's a big world, right?
Yes,
but anywho, and I was passing by this breezeway and I saw her and I was like, that's my mom. Wow. And I just want to smell her. Like literally, I just wanted to smell her.
Right.
And I'm walking in this breezeway and all of a sudden she's shooing me away. Ooh. But I didn't care because I was like, that's my mom, right? No one's around. I can go to her. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know what I wanted to do, but I was maybe about like 8, 9 years old. Yeah. So I'm going down and she's shooing me away. Oh. And I'm still going toward her. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I see this guy come around the bend. So, whatever was going on, she's probably doing what she do to get her fix. Yeah. And then as I was getting closer and the closer I got, and then she was yelling at me. And then she had a purse and it had a chain on it. And then she started swinging it at me. Wow. I still have the scar right now today in my arm. But I didn't care. And even though she was hitting me and I just wanted to touch her. I just wanted to. So for me in that moment, that is where I made a covenant with myself. And I said, my kids will never. Yeah. At 8 or 9 years old.
Come on, man. Amazing. Wow.
So that is what, and I believe, because we're not supposed to make, covenants with ourselves, right?
Right.
I believe that is where the challenges began for me because then I was being driven by what I said would never.
Right. Yeah.
And that could be good and that could be bad.
And that could be bad. This is true. Now, high school, college, when did you know you wanted to step into the world of just housing, permitting, all that stuff?
I did not. I became a teen mom at 14.
Okay.
So when I was in high school, 10th grade, I got into a relationship in 9th grade. My granny didn't know anything about her. She would have killed me, right? Because she was, again, I was her second chance.
Right.
So a lot of her hope was riding on me that I was different and, that I would be able to do it and I wouldn't be like my mom kind of thing. Yeah. But knowing that those places and spaces was missing in my life, the first person that showed me attention. Right. Because I was unseen.
Yeah. Wow.
Literally. Right. And even though I didn't know what my granny was, because she worked night and day.
Right.
And I mean, at 3 years old, she would call the nursery and say, send her home. Wow. And she would stand outside and walk, fun time nurseries. That's still there now. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So, and would watch me walk across. I mean, that's how it was. And I had to do all these things alone.
Right. Wow.
And so high school was like the first person showed me attention. Yeah. It felt different. I loved the feeling. And I became pregnant in 10th grade. Yeah. And so, that was like, what am I doing now? Yeah. So after I had the baby, college was not an option for me because I was not going to leave my daughter now with my grandmother. Right. And so I had already made the covenant. My kids would never.
Yes.
So abandonment, leaving, all this stuff. No.
Right.
So it was my senior year. Well, after I had the baby, when I was going through that stage, there was the counselor called me in because I was pregnant, walking around Naples High School pregnant with a stomach. Back then, there was no TAP program. Right. You didn't see that, right? Yeah. And so I got called in the counselor's office to tell me the option of taking my GED. Because, this is not safe. We want to protect you and the baby. That's the way it came across. And I'm saying, well, I guess so. Yeah. I didn't have anybody to tell me anything different. So I'm thinking, well, nobody ever sat me down and even talked to me.
Yeah, wow.
About my life choices, what I'm doing. I'm just blindly going through life. Man. And there was a woman, Miss Terry, Roy Terry, his wife. He was the superintendent, school superintendent back then. Roy Terry's wife. She worked at the front counter as a reception at that time. Okay. And she overheard them telling me, So as I was leaving, she said, come see me later. You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So now these people are talking to me and I'm like, that's not even an issue. I don't talk to people like that.
Right.
I came after school and she said, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to find someone to tutor you from your house. You're going to take your final exams. You're going to come here to take them after school, and you're going to do it. And so she found a man, a Dr. Gasparino, who came. He's now he's over the adult education now in Collier County.
Right.
And he came to my house.
Yes.
My little apartment.
Yeah.
And we walked through the school stuff, and I went and took my exams after school, and I went to the next grade.
Come on. Wow.
And after that, I was student of the month for 3 months in a row.
Wow. Amazing.
And so college was not in the future, but then it just began. And then there was this man who came, Dr. Acho. He was from Africa. And he came and he did the Excelsior Club. Okay. And it was business leadership skills for minorities.
Okay.
This is why the work that you do is so important.
It is.
Listen, like, I didn't know it then, but as people have been asking me my story, and I'm just really getting into this, really like doing this for like maybe 2 solid years now. Right. I would talk to one-on-one and people like that, but to know that this is what it is. Yeah. And so from there, it was like, I am good at something. I like clerical. I like to dress up. So that opened the door up for my mind a little bit. And so from that, I got out of regular English. I took business math, business English, accounting, the basic accounting classes. I got out of all that other stuff and I started focusing there. Wow. So then I worked 2 jobs and I went to school. Come on. Wow. Because I didn't want my granny to have to do anything for my daughter.
That. Yeah.
And so back then there was First Choice Haircutters. Remember that?
Yes.
At night, I would drive from one shop to the next shop, closing their books at night.
Wow. So you was already doing the numbers. Come on. That's amazing.
In high school. Yeah. So it wasn't, I had to grow up fast. I had to figure it out fast at this point. Yes. And so I signed up for a temp agency and I love clerical. So at this point I know it's clerical. Right. So I said, let me go to the temp agency so they can find me some places, some spaces to work. So I thought it was going to be legal secretary. Yeah. And so I went to Votech. Okay. But prior to Votech, in high school as well, in the summer, because we were low income, JTPA, Summer Youth Program, came through the projects. Oh, okay. Set up at the little community center, the River Park Rec. Yes. And began to interview kids and stuff. So at this time, I'm 14. Well, I just had my baby, so I'm like almost 15. Yeah. And so we qualified because we're low income. It's now, the program is now JA, Junior Achievement.
Oh, okay.
Same program. Yeah. Yes. And so they set me up at Votech to work in the front office with 8 women. Oh, okay. So now when I showed up, hey, sister with gold in her mouth, I'm like, listen, I'm a good secretary. I'm going to be the best secretary, dressing, talking, however, no tact, no nothing. Yes. But these ladies worked with me. Yes. They worked with me. Beautiful. And they would tell me things and they would say, you could be whatever. And then if I did, they sent me somewhere, I show up for about 2 hours. They were like, where in the world have you been? Yeah. And so, but they never talked down to me. They saw the Shalonda Washington that's sitting in front of you right now.
Beautiful. I love that. Don't you love that when people see the potential? Amazing.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Every young person carries a story of hope, of struggle, of dreams waiting to rise. But in too many underserved communities, those stories go unheard.
At ease Inc. everyone has a story. We believe every voice deserves a chance. Through mentorship, empowering programs, and storytelling workshops, we help youth discover their purpose, strengthen their mindset, and build a future they can be proud of.
From classrooms in Jamaica to communities across Southwest Florida.
ES is changing lives,
One story at a time.
but we can't do it alone. Join us, become a mentor, volunteer, donate, help us fuel the next generation of leaders, creators, and change makers.
Visit ahazink.org today. Because when you help a young person share their story, you help them change their world.
Yes. And so that's how, from that, the temp service and the temp service placed me in a couple of attorneys' offices.
Okay.
And then it was like, okay, nothing, this is not going, I want it permanent.
Right.
It wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
So then she said, well, I don't have anything like that today. So, but there's a construction site and it's over at Erickson Hunt Construction.
Yeah.
And they do all the highways now.
Right,
Middle of the night, they're out there.
Yep.
And Catch K Windstar, Bayshore.
Yeah.
At the end of that, they were just building that.
Right.
And she said, so that's a spot.
Right.
It's clerical.
Yes.
And I said, okay, but I'm not going to be out here in this dirt and all this, doing these trailers, child. I need to be dressed up. I need to be behind a desk. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm going to do it for a minute because it's money.
Yeah.
Okay? I ain't turning no money down.
Right.
And ended up, it was a family-owned business. And they started entrusting me with more. And then they bought me out from the temp agency.
Oh, amazing.
And I was like, oh, this it.
Oh, yeah.
This it. I mean, these
We
people
good
are
now.
like, this is family. Like, these people really,
Yeah.
And yeah. And
Wow.
then I'll go to the county
Yeah.
with their stuff. And people come to me, how much would you charge me to do this? I hate doing this.
Yeah.
I said, well, people pay for this. Like, hold up.
Wait a minute.
Hold up.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I work for somebody. It's like, I paid anything to get this done. This is ridiculous. They were
on.
like, you were mad. People were angry. And I'm just doing it like it's a breeze.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so that is how it kind of popped off. There was a man who owned Creative Homes at the time. And he kept, I don't know how this man got my number. He kept calling me.
Yeah.
I just want to take you to lunch.
Yeah.
And it was around Christmas time. I've always worked 2 jobs.
Yes.
By that time, I had met my husband, and we got married. And so I'm like, okay. And then he said, why don't you just go to lunch? It won't hurt anything, right? And I'm like, yeah, because this man, I'm going to go to lunch with this man. He need to stop calling me. Because I ain't leaving my job.
Yes,
Like, these people good to me.
Yes,
They believe in me.
Right.
I'm good. I got a little security.
Yeah.
And I was working another job at, because I always work 2 during the holidays because I need money for the holiday stuff and then pay my bills.
Yeah.
And this man made me an offer.
Okay.
I've never worked a second job in my life.
Come on.
Since then.
Amazing.
And I jumped in, worked for him, and then I administrated all of that. And all of the homes that you see out in Golden Gate Estates, I'm living in one of the houses.
Yes. Come on.
And that's how I got into permitting.
Yeah. Wow. That is amazing.
That's how I got in there.
Wow. And then, because, we touch on your marriage just a little bit because your husband's a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
So now you become a first lady.
Yes.
So that's a beautiful thing in itself right there. So now you got a whole lot going on. And for a lot of, my listeners and viewers are going to ask, how do you manage that? How do you balance what that look like?
Well, let me just say this, because I have to keep it real, right? Because I know there's a lot of ladies that struggle with this. It was 20 years before my husband became saved. I accepted Christ in our marriage counseling.
Okay.
So we're just trying to do the little right thing, get the little try to get married in a church. And most pastors that are real, they ain't gonna just marry you and not see where you're at, right? And we just walked in off the street.
Oh, okay.
And guess who the pastor was? I don't know if you know Pastor Leon Williams. That's That's
okay.
our that's my Reverend Rev. Yeah. So I ended up accepting Christ in that counseling.
Amazing.
Walk out saved, he walk out not.
Come on. Oh, okay.
Another path. God
you walk
doing it.
out saved. Your husband at the time did not walk out saved. Ooh, okay.
So
interesting.
yes.
Yeah.
So because I had so much going on, trying to figure out life. Now I'm married. Now you got two histories colliding.
Yes.
And I wanted to be successful in everything.
Okay.
And if Christ was what he was offering that was
Yes.
going to bring success to my marriage, I wanted it.
Oh, lovely. I like that.
And that was a question he said to me.
Yeah.
Christ, he created and instituted marriage and family. And if
Yes.
he's in the middle of it, it'll be a success. And I said, I want success.
Yeah.
I didn't say I want Christ.
Right. You want success.
I want what came with that.
Yes.
It was just a setup.
Yeah.
You understand? It was a setup.
Yeah.
It was a setup.
I love that.
Situations are created.
Yes.
And that's why I do what I do. And I don't look at numbers.
Right.
I don't look at who's going to be there.
Yeah.
How much money I'm going to make. It's like, what is my purpose?
Right.
This is why I say to people all the time, you always say, well, what do I got to say? You know, there's 1,000 people doing podcasts. Why would I do a podcast?
Right.
Well, because somebody's waiting on your voice.
Yes.
Your voice.
Yes.
So
yes.
a whole conference can be created, or a whole networking event can be created, a whole lunch meeting can be for one person.
Oh, definitely.
And that's what I believe happened for me.
I love that. And just hearing you speak affirmation, it's amazing.
And that's why I say our walks have to be individual before they're collective.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes, and you patient with it too.
I don't know about that now. I don't know about that, because I sure was like, Lord, okay, listen, I don't know if I can do this part now. This part hard.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, right?
Good. Well,
But what he was doing, though,
Yeah.
he kept it together until it got together.
yes.
There was no way I could have. He sustained me.
Yeah.
He sustained everything that had to be done.
Wow. Yeah.
Without that, I know I would have been like, what?
See, and that had to be a part of the testimony. He couldn't happen no other way.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and because I can see, that you've already had a lot of the sisters coming at you from back then. So at some point, you needed to become a true leader of just
Come on.
empowering women.
Yeah, and I didn't see it that way.
Okay.
Because I thought, hey, I'm free, I'm delivered, I'm just here, I'm living my life now, I'm healed. I went through the healing process.
Yes.
Very important.
Yes.
I didn't dream until I got healed.
Okay. I like
Come on.
Yeah.
You cannot listen. This is why I do what I do with
Yes.
The Day with Shalonda Washington. If you can see her, you can be her.
Yes.
You cannot be what you don't see.
This is true. This is very
And in
true.
order to have vision, it starts most of the time with a dream.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
And dreams are not cultivated in a pit of pain. As a matter of fact, it kills the dream.
It does. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
because we're emotional creatures. We're emotional beings, right?
Yeah.
So I had to do the healing. And when I got healed, I'm free. I just, I hope y'all get it. I hope y'all can be all right. Because I done came out, I done made it out now. I hope y'all can do it.
Yes.
I'm going to root you on from the back.
Yes.
And the Lord said, no, there's a mandate on my life to do it. And once he began to give me that passion and the zeal, and it was a setup to get with women, because we were at a church and the pastor came and said, can you guys just hold the church down for, until my wife had this baby? And then I'm like, what? I don't know about that. I can help you, pastor. You get up there, I can do whatever you want me to do. And put me in the situation. And then I had to run the women's ministry. I had to run.
Wow. So you was
And
doing a
every
few things.
time women would come and they would just pour. Had a woman come to me and she was 76 years old. She called and she said, can I just meet with you? And I said, okay, yeah. And she was in Immokalee.
Yeah.
And I drove and I said, well, let's go to lunch. She said, well, that's, I'm on a fixing. I said, no, I'll cover it. Let's go. We go have lunch. And this lady said, I'm 70-something years old. Been in church all of my life. But now I have a hunger to know God and to read his word and know him for real because of your story.
Wow.
And that did something to me. And I said, okay, God. But it also let me know it had to be all him, because only he can touch hearts.
That's it. That is it. Yeah.
I take no full credit.
Right.
Because I have to flow in the thing that empowers me to do what it is I've been called to do.
Right.
Or else I taint the whole purpose.
Right. Yeah. I like that.
You understand?
Yeah, I like
and
that.
how I wear all these hats, because Christ put his super on my natural.
I love that.
I could not do this without him.
Hey, I don't want you guys to miss that now. He put his super on her natural. Come on. Come on. This is amazing. Listen, I got to tell you, because I was doing devotion. I do my devotion for an hour every day before I do anything. And this morning, and some of the stuff you're touching on with this lady that you met with, it's like a confirmation on what that looked like. Because a lot of times, and in the devotion I was doing, it was talking on people that was saying God, but don't necessarily know God, right? And then there is, like how people would say, I know I have time and all these things. But it hit me today. Once a seed is planted on God, you need to get to know God, because you can say you know God, but if God don't know you, how is he going to help you?
Yes. Not only that, we can think that we're doing what we say. Okay, let's just say this.
Yeah.
In this is why he said, lean not on your own understanding.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
and a lot of people equate their relationship with God based upon their own experiences and what they know God to be, instead of reading his word, taking him at his word and saying, God, empower me to understand and to just believe it, do it because you said it.
Yes. Yes.
And until you can surrender at that place, and you'll never exhaust him.
This is true.
I can't say today, I know. What did Job say? Job said, I knew it, but now I know him.
Now you know him. Now he knows him. Yes.
So it's like you have to always stay before him and learn of him, just like in a marriage relationship.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the relationship is not going to always be the same. I got to know, my husband has to know me at this place. I'm not the same woman he married.
Right, because you
when
evolved.
I was 21 years old.
Right.
You understand? I'm 50 plus too.
Right.
A lot of things have changed since then.
Oh, yeah. You've grown up.
Yes.
Yes. That is so true when you touch on that and understand 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago is a different me now. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people are still struggling with what that looked like. And for those individuals that says, why did this person that I was cool with decided to not be cool with me no more because I wanted to treat them the same way I knew them when we were growing up? Mm-hmm. How can you speak to those individuals? What would you say to them?
Listen, everybody can't go. And everybody comes for reasons and seasons.
Yes.
One of the things I teach the women that I mentor, that I coach, is that every relationship, you need to ask, what is the nature of this relationship?
Yes.
Why is this person brought in my life? Because a lot of times we want friends, especially as women, we want a girlfriend.
Right.
And you expect that friend to be everything.
Right.
Even in marriage.
Yeah.
I said to my husband, I said, even when I was going through things that I was going through, I was expecting him to heal a heart that he didn't break.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
So it's like, what is his role?
Yes.
And even now, even in our marriage, he gets asked a lot, like, we've had pastors call us and say, how do you handle your wife being out front so much?
Yeah.
And he would laugh and say, because that's who she is.
Yeah.
Right? Because I know. And he said to me, and we was in the Bahamas.
Right.
And we were in you know how they do the thing. It was your anniversary kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so this guy came up and said, we were all in the pool. And so all these couples started navigating toward us. Yeah. And they asked the question and said, what's the secret to staying married? Because we've been married 31 years this year.
Right.
And he said, Jimmy, so he asked him, what's your challenge in marriage?
Yeah.
And the guy said, man, she just talks so much. She just don't never be quiet. She just don't listen. She don't listen. She just talk a lot. And so my husband starts laughing, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I know what that's like. When I met my wife, boy, she was like a radio. Didn't have no dial. You couldn't push it. You couldn't turn it off. He said, but he said something next that was so profound.
Yeah.
He said, but if I would have understand what God had blessed me with, I would have cultivated that gift.
Come on.
She has the gift of gab.
Yes.
For real.
Yes.
And he said, we'd probably be traveling the world, everything, all this stuff, and make it just from her talking because it was a gift.
Yes.
And so I set out that to say that people are brought into your life for reasons and for seasons.
Yes.
And a lot of times we want them to be there for us. But what have they've been brought in your life for you to be there for them?
Yes.
Because you also need to bring value to the relationship.
That's it right there. Wow. That is amazing.
And I don't take relationships lightly, and I don't call people my friends lightly because it takes time.
It does, yes.
You have to put in time. You can't say you're my friend or that that you care for me and we're in a relationship and I don't even really know you.
Listen, I'm glad you touched. I'm trying to put her on the panel right now. You guys gonna see this. So, because I did a thing. I did a thing. Couple shows back. I had a panel of guys. There was a lot of women that did not like how the panel went because they felt like the guys attacked them and no one was there to defend them.
Wow.
And so they're like, we need a panel now, Cornell. You need to get this panel done so we can have the conversation. Hey, if Miss Shalonda is available, I want her on that panel, ladies. I'm just saying because one of the things that the guys were saying, because we were touching on mental health and men are going through all these different mental health challenges that no one knows about right now. And, they don't necessarily open up to brothers, but the women sent in questions. And one of the questions was, how can I help you in your mental health state?
Wow.
And one of the guys said, listen. And, they took offense to that a little bit because they felt like they do listen. The guys might not be here. How can you speak on that?
Well, in my marriage, that has been a challenge.
Okay.
Right? Because, knowing that, okay, I'm driven and I'm very passionate about everything, right?
Yes.
And so my nature is to fix it.
Right.
Okay, let's go. And so what we've done is we've come up and he will say to me, I didn't come to you to respond.
Right.
I just want you to hear me out.
Yes.
I just want you to listen. And so because I am a woman of faith, I've learned to pray in those areas. And whenever he says that to me, I begin to pray inside.
Yeah.
And to listen means to hear the concern. I mean, we have to put ourselves, how do we want them to listen to us?
Right.
And we want them to come back with say something.
Yeah.
You ain't going to say nothing. And they be like stunned, like, you just said a lot.
Yeah.
I need to die. My husband say, I got to digest all of this stuff and break it up into little bite-sized pieces.
Yes.
So I can see, because I want to do the right thing.
Yes.
And I want to say the wrong thing. Right? But I have learned that when he does that, he's looking at us as the safe place.
Yes. Hey, did you ladies just hear that? Yes.
That's a huge compliment.
Yes.
For a man to say to you, I'm pouring my heart.
Yeah.
And I have a few young girls that I'm mentoring right now, and they're like in middle school, high school, and they come with their brothers sometimes. And every time I tell one of the brothers to do something, she's like, let me just, Miss Show, he's not going to do. I said, but wait. Every time you do that, you're saying he's not capable.
Right.
And then so every time I give him a task now, he be like, waiting for Valentin to come over and be like, take it from him. Because then they shut down.
Right.
Then they won't do. And then we say, well, you never give me a chance to do.
Right. Wow.
We have to, listen, there's two sides to a man.
Yes.
The fool and the king.
Come on.
Which one are you going to speak to?
Yes.
And that changed the trajectory of my marriage. Although I was in church and saved and my husband wasn't, I needed a new frame to put him in.
Yes.
And I prayed and I said, God, help me to see him differently.
Yes.
And the Lord gave me a name for him, and it was my King Man.
Come on.
That's why I call him. It was on my ringtone.
Yes.
It was on my refrigerator. It was on the mirror. He saw it, and he would get up. I'm not nobody's king. Why you keep calling me king?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I call, and when people meet me in the stores, even men, they'll be like, tell your king man. Tell my king man. No, your king man.
Yeah.
And women will say, one day I'll have a king man. I said, well, let me tell you how he got that way.
Yeah.
It was a journey, and I had to see it before I saw it.
I love that.
I had to see it before I saw it.
You understand fate. You understand fate. I don't, because a lot of people struggle with that. How do you hope for something that you can't see? And it's
you speak it into existence.
You hear this?
Come on, speak it into existence.
Yes. for, we have a lot of single women that, listen to the show as well and watch the show. And how do you speak to them on the struggles now that a lot of them are going through, where they don't necessarily understand how to really take care of self, but also take care of everything else that is tugging at them to be handled? They don't know what should they prioritize.
Listen, first of all, I take everything to the Lord. Seriously, I know it may be cliches, right?
Yeah.
But he's life to me.
Yes, yes.
And until you know that you are limited in your own strength.
Right.
There's times where I end the day and I'm just blown away and I'm just huffing and puffing when I'm laying in the bed. I'm like, how in the world did I do all that today?
Yeah, yeah.
And then when I think, I can see God's hand here.
Oh, yeah.
I can see God's hand there. I can see why, because I've surrendered my day to him.
Yes, yes.
You really have to, because he's not going to do it. That's the other thing. Like, we leave no room for him to be great in our lives. And I'm like, I didn't make my name great. He made my name great. He made me a household name. You just said on the show, like, you met so many people, as already said before so my name has been spoken in rooms I haven't even entered.
You not even.
Who does that? Who does that?
Come on.
It takes the man who wrote the plan that's already written for your life.
Yes, yes.
It's written in heaven. Let it be done on earth as it already is up there. And we have to be patient, and we got to know that, listen, okay, Lord, I made some mistakes, and I know I got these emotions, I got these feelings, I got all this stuff. I got all of this going on, and that's what I had to do. I had to finally say, okay, I need to have Jesus and a therapist too. Definitely.
None of this is script. None of this is script. I promise you guys. Come on.
Yeah, and just like if you have a toothache, where you going?
Right.
To the dentist.
You go to the dentist.
I'm upset with these Christian people talking about, well, God is all you need. No, God gave you, when you want to drive, it's like you go to the DMV. You don't say, well, let me go start driving and break the law. No, you go to the places and the things that God has provided in this earth to accomplish the things. This is why you don't have to choose. Right. I do ministry and marketplace.
Yes.
Because why? I don't turn this thing off and on.
Right.
Depending on the environment I'm in. And that's half of the problem, knowing who we are.
Yes.
And getting rid of this imposter syndrome, which makes us feel like we're juggling a lot when you really, if you're in your purpose and calling, you're not juggling nothing.
No, you're not. Wow. Yes.
You're actually managing and stewarding your callings. These hats are callings.
Oh, yeah.
The question is, what hat you got on? Is it yours?
Yeah.
And do it fit you?
Does it fit you? Ooh, come on.
Does it fit you?
Yes. Wow.
Because we'll put on other people's hats.
This is true.
If I don't know my purpose and my calling, anything goes.
Yeah.
This is how I prioritize.
Yes.
This is how I know what I am to do. And when you're clear on that, other stuff don't even come to you.
I love that.
It can't even penetrate. It don't even become an issue because you are, and it's not a struggle. Should I not? I don't even battle with that kind of stuff no more.
All right. I'm gonna throw two concerts at you happening at the same time. Gladys Knight, Shirley Caesar. Who we go to? You can only choose one.
I want a Gladys Knight. I want a Gladys Knight.
Come on.
Seriously, I mean, listen. It's okay to enjoy life and have fun.
Yes.
You can do everything but sin.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Now, if Gladys Knight singing in her song, like Go Get the Other Lady Man and stuff like that, then I'm going to say, wait a minute, Gladys, we ain't doing that.
Wait a minute, Gladys.
Yeah. But you're saying in Midnight Train to Georgia, you have a real love for someone. I've experienced that.
Yes.
I'm in that.
Yes. You
right. And I'll drive a Midnight Train all the way to Georgia for my man. Okay?
Love it.
So I'm feeling that.
Yes.
But no, it would be Gladys Knight.
Oh, okay. All right. Mm-hmm. I love that.
Yeah.
Now, there's been this whole thing on the food that is that food that, you look to every week. What would that one meal look like for you that you look to every week that you feed your vessel?
Ooh, so you're talking about spiritual food. Well, I don't know. It's my Sabbath.
Okay.
Because the Lord had me do a really deep study on the Sabbath and how we don't understand that it ignites your spiritual growth.
Right.
At our church, our theme for this year is grow up.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
That's our word. And last month, because this month is Women's Month, but last month we dealt with the spiritual disciplines that increase your spiritual growth.
Yes.
And you have to be disciplined for that. Because I thought resting was like, girl, I'm going to get my hair done. I'm going to get my nails done. I'll spend this time, you know, or go to church on Sunday. That's your Sabbath. No. Sabbath is really sitting with God and doing things that even, let me just say this, Chick-fil-A even understand this.
Oh yeah.
This is why the business is soaring. Come on.
Right. Oh yeah, that is true.
And when you read their biography, and it states the reason why they do it, so that people may worship if they choose to.
Right.
So it's a time to really worship the Lord with no distractions, no talk to him about whatever that is. But the real thing is you look back and see how he's carried you all week long.
Oh yeah.
That ignites something in me.
Oh, definitely.
The miracles, because we think miracles are like feeding 5,000, making people who blind see. No, miracles are the fact I made it through the week, Lord. That's a miracle with all this stuff coming at me at one time.
Yep.
So I take a Sabbath, and I don't say, it's every Sunday, every Tuesday. No. It's whenever the Lord, I flow with the Holy Ghost.
That's beautiful.
That's my power.
Yeah.
So that's what I look forward to once a week.
Yeah.
My Sabbath this week was Wednesday.
Okay.
It wasn't even Sunday because I worked on Sunday.
Right,
and a lot of us that's in ministry.
Yeah.
It's not a Sabbath. You're serving, you're working, you're serving others.
Right.
No, that's your service.
Wow. I love that right there. Right now, one of the things that a lot of gens, I want to make sure wording it properly for you guys, because I don't know, you guys come after me sometime and like, Cornell, you should have said it this way. But introverts have an issue now with the way society is moving. And, we have to deal with genders. Outside of what God said, this is what's happening. What do you say to those introverts that they just can't handle a conversation and they just don't want to go into it because they don't know how to address it?
Okay, so I'm not sure I understand your question. Now, you're talking about gender, whether they're confused?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's just an identity confusion.
Yes,
I mean, it really is, because we do have a creator, right?
Yes.
And in all honesty, my youngest daughter, she is attracted to girls.
Right.
And we found this out in middle school.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
And so nobody in the churches at that time, that was never a discussion. Right? But what it has done for me and what I've learned, and as I just go before because he created her.
Oh, yeah.
And so I told my daughter this. I said, in God's eye, sin is sin.
Right.
Whether somebody sleep with somebody else's husband or, somebody tell a lie.
Right.
And whether you desire to be with the same sex. It's just the fleshly desire that took over.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I love her. I treat her the same way. I talk to her. It's just like same thing. If my boys are not married and they're, cohabitating this, that.
Right.
I mean, we all do things that does not line up in the word.
Right.
Does that excuse us? Yeah. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Everybody has to come by way the same way I had to recognize that I need a savior. You understand?
Yeah.
And we all need that.
Yeah.
So what I would say to them is just think about the fact that you were created.
Yes.
And the fact that if you really want to know who you are and what your purpose is, you first got to look at what you're allowing in your eye gate and your ear gate.
Come on. I love
because that all affects. When seeds are planted, they're going to grow. And it started somewhere.
Yes, it did. Yes. I love that. Wow. Listen, you guys are welcome. we got to bring you back on the show. Is that we don't have enough time because there's so many that we want to touch and that we not even be able to touch because we're in the final part of the show right now. But for individuals that want to find you, want to do business with you, what does that look like? How can they find you?
Oh, all of my social media handles, Reliable Permitting on Facebook, Instagram as well. And then I'm on TikTok, but I don't know what that is. Y'all just look up my name, Shalonda Washington. Because I don't do my own posting.
Right.
So, and on Instagram as well, Shalonda Washington. Beautiful. And you can inbox me. Also, my website, Reliable Permitting and BSS Inc. And for a day with Shalonda Washington, you can go see everything, all things Shalonda Washington on www.shalondawashington-com.
What would you say to someone that feel like they're losing hope?
Wow. That's a deep question. Because hope, when people lose hope, they're ready to end it.
Yeah.
And so I want you to know that if you're still breathing, you're still living, you're still here, and you're waking up every morning, there is hope and there's purpose for your life.
Yes.
Trust me, there is, because I've been in that place too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. There you guys have it. She said it. Ooh, mic has been dropped. Thank you, Shalonda.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Listen, until our next episode where we have another decorative guest right here at EOS Club. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in and downloading this episode of Stories to Create. We appreciate you being part of this growing community of storytellers and listeners. If today's conversation inspired you, please share the show with friends, family, or anyone who could use a little motivation in their journey. A special thank you to our sponsors, EHAS Organization, Cornell Bunting LLC, and Nostril Cheese Chase for supporting the mission and making this podcast possible. To learn more about our work, upcoming projects, and how you can get involved, be sure to visit www.hissinggorge and www.cornellbunting.com. Until next time, keep creating, keep growing, and remember, your story has power.